here we have House of Pain. This one's a little more violent for all you slasher film lovers. It should be right up your alley. You start out in a pristine forest, walking along an unmarked trail, when all of a sudden you die. And die. And die. And die again. I think I can make it. Nope. Alright, I did it. Great. So you can see that some of the intro platforming segments are pretty unforgiving. Okay, there was no way to make that. That's just wrong. Oh, come on! Alright, I can do this. Wait. Okay, here we go. Oh, jeez! Alright, I got it. Ah! And now I've finally made it to the House of Pain. Great. So the creeper who owns this house has a pool in the front yard where he keeps a decaying undead corpse. After filling the pool with blood, I was able to finally get inside. I like this style of cinematic traps where the designer slows you down and makes you experience part of the story. Upon entering the house, there was a man in a cage hanging from the ceiling and a hungry dog, which I was explicitly told not to feed. So, I went upstairs, jumped through a couple of spike traps, found the dog's bone, brought it back downstairs, and the dog promptly kills me. That's just not right. There are a bunch of moments where things pop out in front of you or make a sharp noise to try and scare you. If you turn the lights down and the volume up, I'm sure it'll be a fun time. And this is all leading up to the final climactic battle with Death himself. You have to shoot blobs of good in Ghostbusters 2 style, and after disarming him from his sickle, you get to shoot him in the face. It's pretty cool, and I bet it would be fun with a group of friends. The 3D glitch is pretty amazing in this level. From the forest to the beautiful garden near the end, it works really well. There's one more secret in the basement. I'll let you find out what that is for yourselves. So you have plenty of zombies, plenty of blood, tons of traps, and a fight with the Grim Reaper. Now that's what I call a good Halloween level. If you're stuck indoors, or you're too old to trick-or-treat, then I have a fun level for you. Halloween Horror Night pits you against your friends to gather the most candy. Some houses give a bunch of candy, while others give nothing. The music is absolutely terrifying, especially when you knock on the wrong door. This little demonic child pops out and starts going after you relentlessly. It's horrifying. Oh good, I'm back in my bed. Maybe I can just sleep this nightmare off. The AI for the little devil child is pretty scary, and just look at all that blood shooting out of him. He has blood all over his lips, too. Do your friends a favor when you load this level up, and don't warn them at all. It'll be hilarious. Haven't gotten your fill of homemade costumes and fun-sized packs of candy? Well, you're in luck. Halloween Hauntings is a trick-or-treating level that, quite ironically, doesn't have any ghosts in it. You go from house to house, and the people hand out candy to you incredibly slowly. I'm speeding this video up 4 times its normal rate, and it still feels slow. Unfortunately, there are only 3 houses on this street, so I was instructed by the level's commenters to slap the old lady who comes up empty-handed. I mean, look at how slow this is. I feel like my poor sack boy is slowly going crazy. Then you have to go through a graveyard during an earthquake to reach the party. The best part about this level is the ending music. I bet you can't guess what's next. Well, it's certainly not Halloween. Ah, Halloween. There's nothing better on Halloween than watching Halloween, except maybe living through it. This level does a great job of depicting the world where the movie takes place. It has the babysitters, it has the houses, and it has all of the suspense of the 1978 slasher flick. Apparently it was made by a French-speaking user, so it accommodates both English and French, but that also means the language barrier took its toll on the level, and there are a lot of scenes that are just mimed. But Michael Myers isn't about talking. He's about relentlessly murdering helpless babysitters. You start by wandering through the neighborhood when, all of a sudden, there he is, and he's after you. The Sackbot's AI for Myers is pretty good. It'll slap you, and slapping him doesn't help that much, but he'll also throw knives at you that are a one-hit kill. If you can manage to get through this onslaught, you'll find yourself at the high school, It doesn't take long for Myers to show back up again, and he's after you full force. I got lucky and confused him on the stairs. Seems about right. You make your way through a power station where Michael takes yet another victim. The cutscenes are really well done, and they fit well with the level. So now you've finally arrived at Michael's cabin, and you know he's right on your tail. You have to overcome a pretty difficult jumping puzzle in this section, but it's obvious where to go, and it fits in really well with the skillfully designed room. After a short cutscene, the stairs collapse out from under you. There's nothing but panic running through your poor little sackboy's brain. Michael is able to reach up through the ceiling with his knife to get you. This part of the level is one of the hardest to get by, but then you have to drag this crate across the room with a murderer chasing you around. It's absolute chaos. Then it's over the roof to the docks where you drown Michael, and the day is saved. Good luck getting to sleep.